Hello, lovely people. Welcome back to the channel. Today, time for another collection update video. It's been a while that I did one. Um, so I have a couple of CDs here to talk about with you guys. Yeah, what can I say? Different kind of genres, different kind of countries. It's all different mashed up things here. Come by. Let's start off with the first one. This is a band that got recommended to me by Josh Keach a lot. When he did a video about it, and not so long ago he did another video where another album from this band came in fourth. He talked about metalcore albums, and Trivium was of course a band he really likes, and of course he was going to show me the Trivium. Thanks to him, I already bought 2 albums from them, but I also picked up this one. Ascendancy, their second album from 2005, I think. Yeah, this is definitely the band in the metalcore direction. Some of the later albums definitely have more influences, heavy metal, some prog here and there, some thrash metal. This is definitely more bordering the metalcore side. Here there is some other influences, but overall this is definitely more metalcore. One of their earlier albums. I kind of dig it. It's not. Don't dig it as much as the later albums I have from them, but I still really enjoy this one. An album that I have seen a lot in the past, but never picked it up. And finally I did. A really cheap price. I thought, well, why not? So it's released on Road Runner Records. A pretty well-known label, I think. CD here, and let's see it up close there. And here are the guys in the band with Matt Heafy in the middle as the main man behind this. And see if I can get the booklet out here to show you to you guys. Like I said, a band that I haven't dived too much into yet. I like the albums I have, and definitely will hear their pick up. I'm not in a hurry or anything. That's not what it is. But yeah, when I'm in the mood for it, and I think, yeah, I have to pick an album up, I will do it. And I want to see one, of course. But yeah, I found this pretty cheap online. I thought, no, why not? Good stuff. Trivium Ascendancy. Also picked up a really oldie one. This is from 1974. This is Thin Lizzy with Nightlife. Early material from the band's fourth album. Don't know for sure, but yeah, pretty good album. I pretty digged it. Hard rock, classic hard rock. Yeah, you all guys know this band. Phil Lynott, of course, a legend. Rest in peace, dude. But yeah, fantastic album. Definitely a bit less bluesy than the first couple of albums. It's definitely more hard rock, heavy metal edged, going towards there. But yeah, good lineup. Brian Robertson guitar, Brian Downey drums, Phil Lynott bass vocals, and then they have Scott Gorham on guitar. Yeah, simple booklet. It's kind of a reissue thing from some years ago from Vertigo. Probably is already reissued again with a better booklet, but yeah, I found it pretty cheap, so I'm not gonna complain about this. But I kind of dig the album, so why not, add another Thin Lizzy album to the collection. I really like the artwork with the city and that Black Panther, or is it, in front of it, looking out over the city. So yeah, Nightlife by Thin Lizzy. Then I picked 2 albums up from Moonspell, and it's been a while. I have dug some stuff up from them. The Antidote from 2003. An album I really dig back in the day, and I really still dig when after a couple spins again. And yeah, pretty dark album, pretty good one. Yeah, awesome to listen to. Yeah, Everything You Fade is probably the big song on this one. So yeah, yeah, gothic metal from Portugal. Everybody knows this band, so don't need to explain too much. This is a reissue done by Napalm Records, but that's okay. Okay that it's a reissue. Nice digipack here. Of course, comes with a booklet. Yeah, it's pretty easy here, and then we have lyrics and Fernando, their vocalists, and then we have more lyrics to it, and then we have their guitar player, I think, and then we have another picture, kind of cool picture there, and another Pedro. We have here and lyrics, and then we have more lyrics, of course, and it's pretty well dark album. It's pretty good stuff. Was not super familiar. I heard a couple of times, of course, in the past with the original version, and I know the song "Everything Available" was quite popular as well. It was played live a lot as well. I have seen them live in 2005 or 2006, I think, on Summer Darkness Festival here in the Netherlands. It was a fantastic performance, and I think it was around the Memorial album, I think, that when that came out, and I really dig that album. Still need to pick that up someday. I really love that album. But this is also a decent album. The Antidote, the good stuff. I also picked up Extinct from 2015. Album I heard a lot online when it came out, but haven't listened to in years actually. So it's really fun to see this really cheap. I thought let's pick this up again as well on Napalm Records again. So I'm really looking forward to spin this. I haven't spinned this yet, so this version it is. So I'm looking forward to that. Like I said, it's been some years ago that I listened to this, probably a year or 8 or something, when I spun it for the last time. And again, then the booklet don't want to come out. What is this? Come on, people. Yeah, I remember it was a pretty good album, but like I said, I can't really remember how it sounds, so this could also be one of those albums for the fact is going on the Merciful Metal. But yeah, didn't have this in my collection, so yeah, it doesn't really count actually. But yeah, looking forward to give this a spin. I'm still missing a few albums, but I'm slowly getting there to have all the studio albums, and that is what I try to maintain from this band. Most of it, yeah, live albums, etc., are cool, but it's not specific as something I want. If I come across it cheap, I will pick it up, of course, but yeah, first of all, I try to focus on the studio albums. Extinct. Yeah, if you know more about this album, guys, please let me know. For me, it's been a long time ago. So, also picked up a reissue from Despised Icons album, Consumed by Your Poison. The band's first album, I think, on Sensory Media. This reissue is, I don't know if the original was on the label actually. Yeah, what can I say? Really heavy, chuggy, death metal, deathcore, kind of progressive death metal. It's kind of a really heavy stuff here. Yeah, let's take a mixture of brutal death metal and deathcore. That's probably where you can find the most of the time in their sound. With this album, it is. Later they experiment a bit more, but I really dig this album. Like I said, it's really heavy. Yeah, if you like the kind of styles, then you will dig this one. Then it's a no-brainer for you guys. Good band. Can't remember if I've seen them live. Could be, I don't know. Could have also be that I mistaken them with Psychotric, I think. I think that one is I've seen live, but also the band in the genre only a bit more progressive. But overall, really decent album. Like I said, if you like those styles, then this is a really good reissue. This album was pretty hard to find lately, so Vinci Media reissued it. There's a couple of bonus tracks on here as well. 4 tracks that are re-recorded in 2008, and this is 2022 reissue. And the original album came out early 2000s, I think. Probably 2002 or something, I don't know. Something in that era. Anyways, it's probably by 20th anniversary thing. Yeah, 2002. It's on the high sticker here. So yeah, really cool to have in the collection. If you like your heavier stuff, then Despised icon could be scratchy itch. Not more death metal here. This Oppressor with Agony, the band's second album. You guys probably remembered I picked up that third album not so long ago. Oh, longer than you think, but and you remember I talked about picking up this one as well, and it was still cheap, so I thought, you know, let's grab this one. Technical death metal than the old school way, and this is a bit less technical than the third album, I have to say. So it's a bit more straightforward in their approach, but I still really dig it. It reminds me of old school American death metal mixed. Bands like Cannibal Corpse and etc. mixed with some German and some Dutch death metal. Bands like Sinister and that niche. Kind of feels to me like that. But yeah, really good stuff. There's also a bonus disc here there, where it also has a lot of bonus material, live tracks, and other versions, promos, demos, etc. You can see it for yourself here. This is the regular album track list. Here are the guys, front of the CD booklet, and here's some more pictures from the guys. CD itself, and here we have the bonus disc and the back tray. And if you look at the book, it's quite easy, simple booklet with lyrics and credits and things like that. Not much to it. The thanks list as usual. But really nice reissue. I'm glad to own this. And then I still need to grab the first album someday if I can find it. Might think of it picking that up as well. Really cool band from the 90s. Yeah, a band that is overlooked a lot, but if you, like I said, if you like your death metal, then especially your old school ones, then this is a no-brainer, guys. Oppressor with Agony, good album. Then an album from Anthrax, For All Kings, an album that a lot of people talked about it when it came out and when it was reissued, etc. On vinyl. I remember a lot of channels talked about this one, but I never really dived big time into this album. Actually, I don't know why that was. That if I was not interested or more busy with other music, I don't know what it was. But this is the old school slipcase version, digipack. This is really cool. For All Kings, released in 2016 already on Megaforce, so it's been a while. Joey Belladonna on vocals here. Pretty decent album though, I have to say, to be honest, but it's not an album that I'm gonna put on every time, probably, and just only when I'm in the mood for it. And a really nice edged CD here. If you guys can make it out there. Let's get another ochre sleeve from it. You guys can see it here if I hold it a bit like this. Anthrax logo, etc. But yeah, an album that I was not really dive too deep in. I like it though. Good thrash and some more heavy metal influences as well. Some decent songs. Some songs are forgettable for me on this one actually. But overall, it's an album that I probably spin once in a couple of years to enjoy it and to remind me of how this would sound. Like I said, it's not a bad album, but I find myself listening a bit less to Anthrax somehow. And when I do, I Probably spilling the old stuff, or the first album they did with John Bush on vocals, an album that is quietly overlooked a lot because it's a bit different than the older stuff, of course. There's an older sound, but I still dig that album. I can't recall what's the album title, but you probably guys will know it. It was released early 90s. But overall, For All Kings was a really nice spin, and yeah, it will be out of the closet someday again and give it another try. But we'll see. For All Kings by Anthrax. Then I picked up an old album from Bring Me the Horizons. It's Ammo. This one was released after their breakthrough album, I think. Definitely more commercial sounding. Bring Me the Horizon sound. Definitely more pop influences and other things. I like the album before this a bit better, although it's also a bit more poppy than the album before that, because the band started out as a deathcore band, became metalcore, the third album I think, and then changed sound completely a bit more on the albums after that. But Ollie has a really good feel for writing good catchy songs and catchy tunes, also for other people as well, not only for Bring Me the Horizon. But an album, this is probably the album from all albums I have spun from this band. It's probably the album I like the least somehow. Don't know what it is. Give them more. I had to give them more tries, of course, but yeah. I don't say it's bad, but it's not really my cup of tea things to go to. Let's put it that way. Pretty strange cover here though. With this thing, and there's a booklet, which is a small booklet, so I'm not gonna take it out, but it's here attached with a little tape to the jewel case, and yeah, that makes it that effect with all those. And why is it? So this gets a little bit of that strip idea. CD is plain simple, and then this. But yeah, Ammo by Bring Me the Horizon. If it's your sound, of course, then I could recommend it. But for me, this is one of the least favorite albums from this band, though. Not that I'm regret buying it. There will be a time that I will spin it, where I'm in the mood for it, and when it might click somehow. I don't know, but we'll see. But I like Ollie, his sound, his voice, and yeah, we'll see where it goes from here. Ollie is, of course, Oliver, the singer. Anyways, yeah, Ammo. Also picked up Riot by Paramore, really cheap. This is a band I always liked, but I never picked material from and didn't really felt the need to pick up material from somehow. But when I saw this really cheap, I thought, well, for a couple of euros, I don't mind to pick it up. It has pretty decent songs on this, actually. Misery Business is probably my favorite on this one. But there are definitely other good songs. Crush, We Are Broken Fences, That's What You Get is a good song. Born for This, yeah, a couple more probably. Yeah, it's definitely a bit varied sound here and there. Kind of a pop punk, pop rock sound with this band. I like Lizzy Hill's vocals. You say it right? Lizzy Hill? Did I say that right? I don't know if I say her name correct. I need to check that before I say dumb things. Lizzy Hill is probably from Hellstorm. That's why I think I said something stupid. And I don't like that when I say something different. Hayley Williams. It's almost the hey part. Hayley Williams is the vocalist. I love her voice. Josh Fargo on guitar, Zach Famo drums, and Jeremy It's by now almost readable. Jeremy on bass. Can't really read his last name, but Haley Williams. Sorry guys, I almost made a big mistake there. Of course, I love the other singer as well, but there's a way different singer. Anyways, really nice voice and a really nice album. Actually, I really enjoyed spinning this. Yeah, when I'm in a pop punk mood, this definitely can come in handy. It's not a band that I really go to, but a lot of times lately I saw the cover for Misery Business as well by different kind of bands, and it got me intrigued. And when I saw this cheap, I thought, why won't I pick up the original? So Riot by Paramore. Yeah, Paramore in my collection. How is it possible? Yeah. The last two releases are Japanese. Yeah, there's still some Japanese stuff in here. This is the new album from Upiko. Rashinban is this one called, or it's in English is that Compass. Our second album is a solo singer-songwriter. Kind of on the poppy edge though, but I really like her voice actually. She has a really nice timbre voice that I really adore. I love the passion in her lyrics and how she sings, and yeah, that's why I got intrigued with her. I follow her for a while on Instagram as well, and you know, I decided, you know, let's pick up her album and support her. And yeah, I really not regretting this. First three songs are fantastic. Really love the ballad that came after that. Can't really recall. I think this is Japanese style. The first one is Compass. Then we have translated, of course, and then we have Crow, which is a really good song. Then we have the song Loop. Yeah, a couple of others were really pretty good. Towards the end are also a few that I thought, hey, that's a good song. Overall, I really enjoyed this album, and I'm really glad I could support her. So Upiko, if you watch this, I bought your album, so I need to grab their first album somehow, someday. Maybe I have to look for that. I bought this one at Tower Records. Still had a discount code from them, from the world shipping things. I thought, well, why not buy this album? I really much support her, so I bought it. Of course, Obi strip here, and the inside has a beautiful picture from her. And then we have the back here, and the inside looks like this. Definitely can recommend you if you are into singer-songwriter and want something different than European stuff. Check out this vocalist. Awesome singer. Comes also with a kind of a collector's card here. And then we have inside here, of course, we have lyrics. Most of it is in Japanese, I think. So yeah, for outside Japan people, not super to understand, but if you're willing to dive into the lyrics, it is possible. Just go with a translator and see how good her lyrics. Follow her on Instagram. She also posts shorts on Instagram with her songs with translations, so maybe that's even better, easier to get into the songs. But yeah, good stuff. I really enjoy Upiko. So if you need to support a new artist, go check out this singer. Really nice voice, and I'm really happy that I could support her. Tower Records is where you can get it. Probably also CD Japan and some for other places, Disc Union or something or whatever. Just try to look it up on those sites, and you'll be in for a treat. Yeah, and it's also, I think she does some good live performances. So yeah, I really enjoy her work. So Upiko, and the last one is actually a rebuy for me, and it's not an unknown name. Metal Galaxy by Babymetal. You already had this. Yes, I have it on vinyl, and I have the box set version from this album. Then again, the funny part that you want to spin it in the car, for example, and you don't feel the need to drag you a record in there. That doesn't work. And bringing along every time the box set is also not an option. So I thought, let's buy a separate CD jewel case. If I feel the need to spin it in the car, or feel the need at home to just to grab the CD without opening the box set, I thought, well, let's buy a regular CD version. This is an album that people somehow disliked a bit more. It was more experimental and had a lot of guest musicians. Of course, this was the first one without Yui. Yeah, it makes it a bit different for a lot of Babymetal fans. Some of them were disappointed, and some of them grew along with it because there are some decent songs on there, but the sound is a bit different. But songs like Papaya are fantastic. Distortion, for example, Starlight. Yeah, future metal. I like Shanti, although it's a really Indian themed, different kind of experiment. But there are also a lot of guest musicians in there. Distortion has Alicia White Glass, for example. Brand New Day had the guys from Polyphia. And track 5 had a guy from Sabaton, I think. And then you have Papaya, of course, with F Hero. So there is a different, and the song that it dance has Matsunoda, Taki Matsunoda, something like that. Anyways, yeah, it's a different kind of album, but a lot of guest musician is more experimental, but still has a bit of that Babymetal sound in there. But it feels different, of course, when there are only 2 girls and a lot of guest musicians. People were a bit disappointed with this album, but I don't dislike this album actually. It's my least favorite though, but it's still a pretty decent album. Sometimes I still feel the need to spin it, and that's why I bought a CD copy of it to realize that. So yeah, booklet is not much to it, but yeah, it is what it is. And you guys can see you have only 2 members here. Suzuka and Moa. And still, and of course you have produced by you know who. But yeah, overall pretty nice album though still, but it's different, and yeah, but yeah, go check it out though still if you are a Babymetal fan. You haven't checked this album out yet, which I highly doubt. It's been years since its release. 2019, I think. So it's been a long time. Yeah, almost 6 years old now. Hopefully they will release a new album in this year. They recorded a lot of new songs, so with collaborations and things. So it wouldn't be a surprise to me if they would release a new album in the end of the year, or a new EP or single or whatever. There is something in the air, I think. They're touring a lot, and I think after the tour something will drop somehow. Anyways, this was it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I will try to name all the albums in the description in case you are curious to some of them. Yeah, let me know your thoughts, and yeah, hope to see you guys back soon with another video. And in the meanwhile, keep on spinning those music, keep on spinning that great music, and enjoy life. And yeah, see you with the next one. Cheers.